All right, sorry about that. All right, here we go. America. Come on. Come on. It's my most favoriteest flag in the world. Oh, we got a possible situation. Uh-oh. Gettysburg's finest. Wow, wonder what happened. I want to know. Oops. Oh, he was cute. All right. Look at everybody just sausaging, if that's even a word. Swope Manor, that's a good place to stay. What the fuck are you doing? Alaska? There's somebody from Alaska. Sorry for my language. I apologize. He almost like ran into me. But he's from Alaska. Found an Alaskan. Missouri. All right. Here we go. East Cavalry, on our way. All right. I hate seeing this part of it because it's like I'm headed towards not being here anymore. But like I said, East Cavalry is, you know, out of the center of town, so you basically have to, you know, this is where you got to go to get there. There's nothing that connects where we just were to where this is. So if anybody is a history, oh my God, Greg. So here's where you get kind of out where like all the other stuff is. So I believe I've read and learned, again, my stuff is not gospel, so I could be wrong of what I was told or what I heard, that Custer and Jeb Stuart actually ran into each other. They had no idea one or the other was going to be there, and the reason that Jeb Stuart, you know, was, look at my flags flying in the wind, was happened to be there when Custer was there, because, you know, Jeb Stuart was not really following rules or what he was being told to do. So they actually met there by accident, and had Jeb Stuart made it past East Cavalry battlefield, or East Cavalry field, they would have came up behind, or they would have come up on the other opposite side of behind the Union line at the angle, but on the other side of where Pickett's charge was coming from. So they would have come behind. So you would have had the boys coming from Virginia to, you know, towards the Union line, and then you would have had Jeb Stuart's boys coming from behind. And, you know, and who knows what would have happened at that point. Who knows what our history books would have written. Or where we would be as a country right now. If, like, these little things in history, you know, didn't happen. And it's a shame that there are people, a lot of people, as a matter of fact, that want to erase this part of history because it's so important that it's there. The people behind me must hate me. I'm doing 30. I'm doing 30 miles an hour. Ugh. So you got to go past where I would go to, like, go home. Or leave my home, should I say. And his ego. That he insisted on meeting the threat of Stuart that didn't happen. Oh, oh yeah, that's cool. So wait, so you're saying that Custer knew Jeb Stuart was going to be there? Because I mean, oh, look at all the flags. Yes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, they're so gorgeous. All of them together like this, I love it. Oh, Harley Davidson's having a big thing. Isn't that cool? Wow, that's why all the bikers are in town. Awesome. Motorcycles only. I'm not allowed in there. But look at them all. Look at all those bikes. That's so cool. All right. So, here now we're headed to East Cavalry. Cavalry. The houses on the way there are really beautiful and cool. This one I think was for sale. Somebody must have bought it. I would buy like this land right here and just live in a tent. Like, why couldn't I live in a tent right there? Why am I not allowed to do that? Oh. Here we are. Sorry. All right, so Greg, I'm gonna stop so I can. What the hell's going on in that yard? All right, wait. I believe he knew he was in the area, and they did run into each other, but Custer was fearless. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Like, he was very, like, brutal. Like, I always think about like I always like, I'm blinded to, you know, what they did to some of the POWs and stuff like that. Like, I don't like to think about. Like, I always think like the Union boys were like good, wholesome. Like, I don't know why. It's just always like, that's the feeling, you know? I hate when it's this hot, because then I always think about the animals that must be thirsty and stuff, and it's being so hot. Trump. There's a house. So this is cool. That house is underground. There's the roof, if you can see. The house is literally underground. That's not a hill, the house is underground. So here we go. Now we're heading to East. I hope my phone doesn't cut out. And I hope Greg's still with me. All right. Oh, somebody's out there flying a little, what are they? The drones. What is this crap? All right, so there's somebody here. There's never anybody here. So here's East Cavalry. This is part of it. It's a big thing. Prison, yeah. So here's part of East Cavalry. I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, you stop it. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, oh my gosh, I almost ran off the road. I almost ran off the road. I'm too busy looking. And I've seen this a million times. But it's just so pretty to me. So yeah, so here's a marker. That is a marker for Jeb Stuart's. So it says I know I'm hungry. Okay. So Jeb Stuart lost 240 men. So, and he withdrew. All right. So, I love this landscape. I love it. So pretty. So this is East Cavalry, and there's still so much to see. It's like almost like East Cavalry is like maybe a little bit smaller than Antietam. It's like its own little battlefield park, even though it's still part of the park, you know, if that makes sense. How far would you say that is from the main battlefield? 5 miles, maybe not even. But it's big. I mean, you're seeing like this is like we haven't gone. There's like monuments and stuff back here. So, and cool houses that I'd love to live in. Look at this. It's just, I mean, I could picture just sitting on my porch every morning and just looking at this every day. I mean, people are so lucky to live here. All right. Here we go. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Yeah, like I might not be, but it's like big, like Antietam's not that big. So they have these like little placky little thingies that you can, but Antietam, to me, because Gettysburg to me is humongous. So anything other than, wow. Officers killed in battle during the war. Lieutenant Voorhees, Allenson. But it feels like it's about the size of Antietam. Like it's not. I mean, it's big, but it's, you know. There's never anybody here. And today, there's people here. I don't get it. There's Custer's monument. They have a monument for him. Does he have a mask on, or is that a beard? It's a beard. Okay. All right. Let's get out. What you say? I'm definitely going to need water, and I'm definitely going to need something to eat before I leave. All right. Now, this is also a very, very, very peaceful part. It's so quiet. There's always a nice breeze. And except for that person I don't know what they're doing actually. I think there's a house over here, so here's Custer's monument. I couldn't tell. I love seeing the flags. So look at all this land. Love it. See, Jersey, where I'm from, there isn't this. They see green, they want to plow over it and build. So to me, this is so it's Michigan. For Custer. Hear the rooster? I thought they're only supposed to do that in the morning. But what you don't hear out here are the quesadids. So, who knows? Maybe we'll hear something back where Jeb Stuart, where the other marker is. So that was Custer's. Custer gets a bad rap, but he was actually a pretty good general. Oh yeah. He was a good general, but I heard he was nasty. But he was young too, though. I feel like I read that he was the youngest general. I feel like I read that somewhere. Or maybe he finished, maybe at West Point, like he finished, I can't remember what it was. It was something really cool. And I remember thinking like he was only like 23 years old or something. I feel like I read that. Is that corn? There? Are you talking there? Or in front of me? I don't know, Greg. I'm not very savvy on that kind of stuff. Alright, so yeah, so it says across these fields, Union General David M. Gregg's 4,500 horsemen engaged Confederate General Jeb Stuart's cavalry in hard-fought charge and countercharge. Stuart's 6,000 troops. Man, can you imagine? There was 11,000 men. 11,000 men here fighting, and horses. Men and horses. So his 6,000 troops emerged from distant woods behind you. So it would be from there. Accelerating in formation from walk to gallop, sabers glinting in the sun. Seeing the Confederate advance, Union General George Custer spurred his horse to the front of the 1st Michigan, shouting, "Come on, you Wolverines." Enemies collided, sabers slashed, guns fired, men and horses screamed. Union troopers finally pushed the Confederates from the field. The attack on the Union rear had failed. So, that's where they came from. So, and that's where we're going. I'm not walking across that now, if that's what you were thinking. We're going to go up here. Where this guy, where Beard Man is. I thought he was wearing a mask, but it was a beard. Oh, Lordy. The heat must be getting to me. I almost ran off the road again. Because I'm looking at scenery as opposed to... Oh man, this guy's going to be all up in my biz. I don't like it. So, maybe he knows. I don't know where he's at though. Oh, he's coming back. Alright, so here we go. Now that's where we're going. Now you know you have to come here, Greg. Hello. Hey. This is a cool monument. I don't hear any of the quesadids around here. It's so weird. I wonder why. All right, so this shaft marks the field of this engagement. So, remember he was coming from back there, right? So, between the Union I can't say that word. Very cavalry. Cavalry. I'm just gonna say cavalry, okay? I know I'm saying it wrong. I apologize, but all right. So Union Cavalry, commanded by Brigadier General D. McGregor, and the Confederate Cavalry, commanded by Major General Jeb Stuart. I don't know if you can. It's a pretty cool monument. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's a fly just like around my head. I can't. So, one of the things, there's a couple of things that have happened. So, one of the coolest things that has happened to me was back here. It was when I was back here. See, up here is like a Pennsylvania monument. So I was over here, and I was standing next to the monument, and I look over, and it looked like there was a bird inside the trees. Now, it looked like it was like going in and out of the trees. And I'm like, why? I said, how is there a bird flying inside that tree? Like the branches aren't even moving. And then I realized, oh my gosh, sorry. And I realized I was like, it was after it was over with, that it was like a shadow figure, going in and out of the bushes. That occurred over here. I always get a very, I like coming here to do like little EVP sessions and stuff, because it's always, so this is the Pennsylvania Cavalry. So that's where I saw. Now, when this happened to me, you see how high those trees are? They weren't that high. They were small still, but I mean, oh. Oh my gosh, this fly. Get July 2nd, 1863. Oh my gosh, this fucking thing. Reached the field at noon from Hanover. Engaged, dismounted a Confederate brigade of infantry on Brinkenhoff's Ridge from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. July 3rd, engaged, mounted, and dismounted with the Confederate Cavalry Division on this field from 2 p.m. until evening. Portions of the regiment advancing in a mounted charge and driving the enemy beyond the Rummel Farm buildings. And that's just like Army of the Potomac. But yeah, it's a Pennsylvania monument. But when you read these, like, I love reading the monuments and how, the descriptions and stuff like that, because it's almost like you can, as you're reading it, well, for me anyway, I'm reading it, and it's like I can picture, like, what's happening. I know. I don't know what it is. I won't kill them, but I don't know why they won't leave me alone. I don't mind butterflies and stuff. Right on the butterflies. And ladybugs. Love ladybugs. So that's East Cavalry. And like I said, it's, you know, a little out of town, but it's so worth coming and checking out and seeing, because it's actually a very pivotal part. You know, it's like very, it's a very huge part. Another huge part of, you know, if you think about that, if this didn't happen, if little round top bayonets didn't happen, you know, if there's like, if Meade didn't, I think I read, you know, Meade also, from where he was originally positioned, he moved up. And if he didn't move up, all that cannon fire and all that stuff that Lee was, you know, spewing his way, I mean, all that was like going over where they were at. They were missing them completely. If Meade didn't move up, if Little Round Top didn't happen, if this didn't happen, you know, this is why our history is so important. So important. It's a shame that today's world doesn't recognize that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this fly has not left my ear. Get away from me. He's like, get out. Get out of my area. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, it's so peaceful, and there's barely anybody here at all. There's barely anybody here. So that's what's so awesome about it. And it's a cool spot to come, and even if you just want to sit and just not worry about other people, and you just want to sit and hang out and think, and you know, whatever, just come to East Calvary. It's a really cool place. Sadly, my trip has to come to a stupid stinking end, and I have to go home. Actually, I am home. I have to go back to New Jersey. Um, but I thank everybody for joining me today. I know, Greg, you're the only one here now, but um, everybody earlier and stuff, it was cool having everybody on. And Greg, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I'm glad I could share some new stuff with you. And hopefully next time you come to GB, you'll check it out. You gotta get here soon. Um, but thank you, everybody. And I will catch you later. Oh, this week on the brew, I have my friend April coming on, and she's going to be doing some readings and stuff, so that's cool. So make sure you come join me on the brew Wednesday at 7:30. You're so welcome. You know, and I even learned some things today too. I found some things today that, you know, I normally, um, you know, that I'll flip it around. You guys, you know, I saw some things today that I hadn't known about. So this was a really cool. I love doing this though. Every time I come here, I do this. So going live and driving through the park and having you guys join me. But thank you so much. Safe trip home, yes. Well, safe trip back to New Jersey. But you know, I don't want to leave. I always try to make excuses, but and stay, but I can't. I mean, like, it's 4 o'clock. I'm not gonna get home. It's a 2.5, 3 hour drive for me. So, um, unfortunately, I have to leave. Thank you. Thank you. I could keep going. I really, honestly, I could go and I could take you guys all throughout this entire park and walk through, you know, go to barns and with cannons. And I mean, next time Not this weekend coming up. No, I can't do it. So the next time I come in, when I'm here, the next planned long trip is August 20th through the 22nd or 23rd. So that day, one of those days, I will get up early and we'll do some fun stuff around the park. Unless I come sooner. But thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. Love you guys.